Hello, class, and welcome back as we continue our program in the physics behind sports. Today, we will dive and immerse ourselves in the magnificent sport of gymnastics. The first event that we will look at is the women's vault. As she signals the judges, she raises her arm. In order to do this, the upward force of her arm must overcome the downward force of gravity. This unbalanced force causes motion in the upward direction. As she runs, she pushes down and back on the earth with her feet. As a part of Newton's third law of motion, there is an equal but opposite force acted upon her from the earth, which propels her forward and up. Another part of the vault is the springboard. As she plants her feet on the springboard, the downward force of gravity and the board pushes down on the springs. This propels her up due to Newton's third law. Additionally, she pushes on the vault as she goes up. This allows her to get even more force in the upper direction to overcome gravity. Also, because of Newton's first law, she is still moving forward as she flies due to her body already being in the forward motion. The next event is the balance beam. As Nadia gets on the balance beam, her hands push down with a force that overcomes the force of gravity upon her body, while the beam acts normal forces upon her body to support her. As she walks and spins on the balance beam, Nadia must keep her overall mass balanced on each side of her center of mass, while also keeping her center of mass above the balance beam. As she does the front flip, Nadia forces her upper body down and forward while forcing her lower body up and back. Because of this, not only does it create a spin around her center of mass, but when she tucks her body around that center of mass, she creates torque to increase her speed of her spin while airborne. Also, she straightens her body in order to decrease torque, causing her to spin slow enough to stick her landing. The next event is the men's horizontal bar. Before he gets on the bar, the man powders his hands in chalk. The chalk allows him to absorb sweat on the bar and his own hands, and also increases his grip by increasing the frictional forces between his hands and the bar. As he swings naturally back and forth on the bar, the gymnast kicks his feet frontward and backwards to gain momentum. The inertia of his moving body, plus the force of the kicks in the same direction of the inertia, allows him to travel around the bar. The centripetal force created from spinning around the bar pulls the gymnast away from the bar. However, because the gymnast is hanging onto the bar, the linear motion and direction of the gymnast constantly changes, which leads to a circular pattern. Also, in this move, the gymnast is pulling his body closer to the center of the bar, causing torque to increase along with the spin. In order to slow the spin down, the gymnast straightens his body in order to decrease the torque. Finally, at the top of each spin, he has an increased potential energy, which is converted into kinetic energy as he moves around the bar until he gets back to the top of his spin.
And just go ahead strong. You told us the other day that you would do a happy dance if you made the Olympic team. Do you have it in you?
Yeah, I can do the Dougie for you guys.
That's pretty good.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I can't. This your friend, like you, who you like this with. I am disgusted. I don't.
Don't cry.
I don't. You better talk to her before I do, because I'm hurt her feelings.